So it's official. We're going to be full sending Forbidden Kingdom.
It's not the first time we've decided to full send something 2 weeks prior.
It's so us.
But I'm excited. I love how I said, let's not date this of when we're recording, but it's in 2 weeks. That's my fault. I was going to not date it, but...
Why does this always happen to us? But hey, that's just how we work.
So it's around the corner. And I'm actually very excited. I had no intention to go to Forbidden Kingdom this year.
No.
But the lineup does look pretty nice. I think it's going to be a fun time. It's going to get hot. And Florida's a little unpredictable. But also, like, it's Florida. That's what we know is going to happen regardless. It's a fun time. So let me ask you, what do you think is one of the best ways to, like, not get destroyed by the heat?
Okay, I definitely have two right off the bat. I would say one of them is getting a misting fan or a fan in general. You know, the ones with the little sprays and it has that little fan that you get at Disney World.
I was going to say Disney, yeah.
Like Disney? Yeah, you can get them on Amazon easily, but which, mind you, all these things you can get on Amazon. But I think that a lot of people underestimate, like you said, the Florida heat. And from time to time, with just misting stations, sometimes it's not enough when you're inside already such a deep, deep crowd in a stage. So I always like to tell people, fill up that misting fan and have a fan at hand as well. And that will be amazing when you're doing it for everyone around you.
I usually do it when I'm in the crowds that like, yeah, I'm fanning myself, but like I'll do like a quick run around and give everyone a fan, like show everyone some love. It goes a long way.
It really does go a long way. Another one is people forget that you can go to the bar, any bar around you, and ask for a cup of ice and add it inside your hydro pack. It's free. You get cooling water pretty much the majority of the day. But one of the things that I tell everyone is if you have extra ice or even just a full thing of ice, add it to your wrists, behind your knees, and behind your neck, because those are the cooling points of your blood pressure, and that's where it's closest to the nerve and closest to your skin.
Love that. I honestly, I always forget that that's a thing, so thank you for reminding me. I'm trying to think like what other two are good to have to cool you down. I remember last year something that I absolutely loved, and I'm so glad that they're keeping this, is the Dragon's Den. Dragon's Den,
The chill zone.
The chill zone. It is the best spot to just relax, get some nice, cool, blasting fresh air. Also very excited because I heard that Forbidden Kingdom this year is adding fans inside main stage. So like
For better airflow.
yeah, like thank God they know what they're doing, and like every year I think is a learning experience for Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we've been seeing it since year 2, and it improves every time. I'll give them that.
No, they're even adding another structure. Like, did you know they're adding another structure to the village stage? Because that's literally a stage. So at Mystic stage, where it has the dragon's head, there's already a structure there. So now 3 out of the 4 stages has structure. Amazing.
That's gonna be fantastic.
Blessed. Also, they're gonna have shaded seating arrangements as well.
Nice. Okay, so that sounds really cool. Mm-hmm. Something that I can say, and you showed me this
Tip.
you showed me this tip that you saw it as part of the collective, and I think this would be great for people like myself who love to go into mosh pits. And shout out to my boy Jeff, that he's the one that normally does this. Like if you're wearing compression shirts, that's to stay cool. Mm-hmm. And if you have like another layer, like if I had a compression shirt under this jersey, I'd be set to go for Forbidden. I'll probably be shirtless, but to keep cool, that's smart. And as well, because you brought this one up, it's you can keep like a cool towel on your head, and then on top of that have your pashmina, like the extra shade from the sun, golden. Golden.
It's to block the sun, but you're also keeping cool underneath. So yeah, for my fashion girlies out there, I know you don't just want to put a cooling towel on top. So if you still want to, it's efficient, but also fashionable.
I'll take efficient. I don't care about the fashion because I look good regardless. But that's
true.
just me.
And I think one of the main things is just to watch out for one another.
Facts. I mean, if
share your misting fans.
Share
your misting fans. Fan everyone around you. If you have extra water.
Absolutely. Like this is definitely one of those festivals. Like, look out for one another. It's gonna get hot, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I love Forbidden Kingdom. This is what for us?
This is gonna be year 4.
4? 21? 22, 23, 20. This is year 5 for us.
Shut up.
Deadass.
Why did I think this was like our 3rd year?
Because, goddamn no, this is year 5.
Well, when was the first year?
21.
21.
If I'm not mistaken.
21.
Yeah. 2021 was our first year because we went to the second ever Forbidden Kingdom. And that was a beautiful memory for me. I'll never forget Forbidden Kingdom. For those who don't know, that's where her and I fell in love. Or at least I had the balls to tell her that I was in love with her. So truly, you can't find your rave bae. Just letting you know. I'm gonna be prideful on that one. But yes, this is our 5th one. We went for the second year, and this is year number 6. It's gonna be fun. Year number 6 of Forbidden Kingdom.
Okay, I'm gonna say if not year 5, this is year 6 because I think it's only 6 years old.
That's what I'm saying. It's year 6 of Forbidden Kingdom, so it's our 5th year going. Okay.
So in terms of, I know that it's gonna be really hot. What are you gonna wear?
I mean, I would wear a Speedo if I could, but I don't think I have the physique for that right now.
I will say that everyone's fashion styles are really cool because out of a lot of festivals, there's themes, right? So the one thing I love about Forbidden Kingdom is that it's medieval theme. So a lot of people are really, really creative with their outfits. But I don't know, at least for me, I'm going to wear the one and only Ray with Mi Gente. This is not sponsored, by the way. I honestly shout my girl out, Isabel, because her bodysuits is literally Lycra, which is that fabric, is what they use for bathing suits. So just wear a bodysuit, platforms, you're good to go.
That sounds efficient because I'm trying to get there early this year. So
yeah, we're going to be in the sun for an even longer period of time.
That's fine.
But you do like breathable clothing, at least for a guy.
So one of the ones that I'm probably going to wear, and this is a shout out to my boy Wazi, Wash Shop. It's a little bit trippier, but his shirts, personally, my favorite are the shorts. I have my Gengar shorts that I usually like to wear. But the shirts, the compression shirts, it's like that style. I don't know I don't know what it's called, but the type of material is what you would wear for a compression shirt, and it keeps me cool all day. And if I don't wear that under, it'll be just what I'm wearing over, and probably like my jerseys.
Yeah, like I said, because of the heat, I don't think we're stressing too much on an outfit or curating one at that. But
so something that I definitely need to talk about is at first we were like whatever about the lineup for Forbidden Kingdom, but as it gets closer and I'm looking at this lineup, it's there's gonna be some people I really want to see.
Yeah, I will say this is a very different lineup. I mean, for example, we don't see Rez on there.
No Subtronics.
We don't see Subtronics.
But one that I do see, and it's because he's a staple here, Sudden Death. Back-to-back Slander, though.
That one's going to be a really interesting one where you have melodic bass, heartfelt with the craziest drop you can think of, and then you have Rhythm.
Like, it's going to be interesting. I think, though, to be real, Slander back-to-back, Sudden Death, I have a feeling, and don't quote me on this, but I have like a slight feeling that they are going to go into a little bit more hard techno.
Oh.
Because Slander has Till Dawn, which is their techno set. And you got Sudden Death that he's been messing around a little into the techno scene, a little into the house scene. Like, I don't think we're going to get full boots and cats, but I think we're going to get some like, yeah, that was
what again?
I think it'll be an interesting time at least.
There's a lot of which this is great because I feel like this gives other DJs and artists their chance to shine. You know, I also don't see Forbidden 4, unfortunately, but I think that was just something they did for us the second year.
You just have to be there.
And you just have to be there. Sorry. I don't know if they'll ever do that again. Who knows?
If you weren't part of the Forbidden 4 when it was the Forbidden 4, you missed out. Sorry to tell you
guys, but this does seem like a really cool lineup. Another Skeleton for sure. We saw her at Chemistry, and she was really cool. She was definitely more techno based, and
DMB
techno.
Yeah.
And then we see Skull Machine, which is Black Tiger Sex Machine with Kai Wachi. That one's gonna be really cool. Actually, I got to see Black Tiger Sex Machine for the first time last year at Forbidden, and that was their anime show So
that was fun.
Which they don't do as often, but this is definitely one that's going to be for the books. I would definitely say Crank That.
I love Crank That. It's so much good high energy.
And for those of you that don't know Crank That, we always call him the
brain rot
DJ. He will
And obviously, no offense to Crank That at all, because it's not in an insulting way. It's so much fun because he really got, like, he was already very fun, like through TikTok, for example, and he just knew how to like get the attention of the crowd. But his sets are wild energy, and I love that.
He throws the down.
It's fucking great. Let's see. You told me Troy Boy.
Well, yeah, just because I don't know. Maybe I just don't see him as often. So, I mean, I don't think Troy Boy has ever been to Forbidden. Maybe that's on me if he has in the past. But there are certain DJs that I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, what? This is, I don't know. Like, maybe they will bring in the heat, you know?
Like, Odd Mob?
I'm so excited. And don't hate me, okay, house heads. I'm a bass head at heart, but I have been loving house. Bass house has been my shit, but lately I've been so obsessed with Odd Mob. So the fact that he's here in this, I think we're gonna have just a little break and have some like bass house.
I'm extremely excited because we saw Odd Mob at Dare when he was when he went there, and and it was so much fun, high energy. I didn't like the crowd, but I loved the set. So I'm very excited to see what Odd Mob's gonna bring.
It'll be a lot more appreciation.
Oh, absolutely.
I think in this setup,
like out of all the things that the bass heads are gonna like, I think Odd Mob will be the one to fuck with.
Mm-hmm.
And if any bass heads have a problem with me being an Odd Mob, meet me in a fucking mosh pit. Like I will fight you.
That's what I was saying. And I think the last, at least for me, is Deadmau5.
Deadmau5 throwing a DMB set
set?
That was not on my bingo cards this year, but I guess we'll take it. I have my if, ands, or buts with Deadmau5.
I agree, but if he's there,
I'm excited to see what he's gonna throw down.
Why not?
Oh, not even a why not, for sure. But we'll see what you bring for a DMB set. He's got good taste.
I'm hoping he doesn't get fucking drunk as
Enough said. So Borgor, we got to see 2 years ago, and that was cool. And I really am very, very excited, especially because I know she's a South Florida girly. Stellar. Back-to-back Zingara.
I feel like that's the most spiritual, in my opinion, that we're gonna see. Spiritual in the sense of like the closest to LS Dream, that we will get to that. But Stellar, we've seen her before, and we've seen Zingara before, so I know that they've been killing it, especially on TikTok. So I'm really excited. That's one I really want to see. I hope it's a nighttime event.
Yeah, and of course, we can never forget like one of the OGs for Forbidden Kingdom, Excision's coming back, and Excision's always a fun time. Maybe because we've already seen Excision a plethora of times, but for anyone who hasn't seen Excision, seeing him at somewhere like Forbidden Kingdom just makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. I always say that Forbidden Kingdom, for those that have never been to a bass festival, if you haven't gone to Lost Lands, go to Forbidden Kingdom first. That's literally like an introduction. It's like EDC is an introduction for ravers as a whole. But for bass heads, Forbidden Kingdom is definitely an entry-level festival for beginners.
I honestly could not agree more. But before we move forward, one of the things we have to talk about is the pros and cons of Forbidden Kingdom.
Like in any festival.
Yeah.
No festival is perfect.
So I have it written down here. So like we can't forget. Forbidden Kingdom has had a rocky history, and it's unfortunate, but they've also pulled through because we got rained on, but we got the Forbidden 4.
Yeah.
They learned the next year we put up a grand old main stage.
Yeah.
It's hot as hell. We're putting more water, more misting fans. It's the cons are that the Florida weather is unpredictable.
So unpredictable.
But it doesn't matter because you know what? Florida Kingdom, Forbidden Kingdom, I will say, takes care of the scene.
They really do.
They give back and they want to make sure that we're having a good time, and they put in as much as they can to do so. And how about for you?
For a con,
Pros or cons?
I agree with the weather. I would say that's definitely, I agree wholeheartedly on that. I feel like with the Florida heat, it is what it is. But hopefully our tips will help in some way, shape, or form. And I also agree that every year they're always growing and changing and making it better for us every year. So at least they're growing with us. I will say for the pros, I do like the fact that it's medieval theme and they give out trading cards. I feel like they're really on theme, right? Like with the dancers and the costumes and the vendors, and it's just really, really fun. But I will also say, because I'm cheesy, one of the pros is that it is a base festival. So that's one of the base festivals that will always have my heart, only for the sole purpose that it was where we both said our I love yous for the very first time. And it's hard not to say no, to going back to this festival, because it's a good reminiscing experience. And we can always look back at it that this was the place that made the foundation of our relationship. So
Oh, it's so absolutely corny, and I couldn't be like happier
so
with you.
corny, whatever. Sue me.
I love it though. No, truly, it's it makes me so happy every time when this time of year rolls by, because it does put a nice little stamp of approval in my head of like, you know what, it's been another good year. So it's definitely like a restart. I think this to me is a kickoff to our festival seasons. So this is the kickoff to our festival season tour this year. Mm-hmm. So Festival Fever has officially started, and
Woo!
And it's only going to get better from there.
I'm really excited.
And thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Let us know comments of anything that you'd like to see. Who are you excited to see at Forbidden Kingdom? And if we missed out on anything, let us know.
Yeah, and we hope to see you guys there.
I am Abraham Ham 21.
And I'm Witchy Rave Bay.
We'll see you out there, and follow Collective, because if not, we ain't going to see you out there.
Peace.